Today, let's talk about Nelson Mandela being a sellout. Yes, I do understand that there are people who think Nelson Mandela was a sellout because he didn't do what people actually wanted in 1994. He actually wanted peace. Saying Nelson Mandela was a sellout is oversimplifying his legacy and the difficult choices he had to make. Let's talk about the real Nelson Mandela that they never really taught us in school, and to this day they really sanitize the man's history. Let's get down to business. First of all, Nelson Mandela was on the FBI's terrorist watch list until 2008. He was the leader of the ANC's military wing, Umkhonto we Sizwe. It was Nelson Mandela, Walter Sisulu, Joe Slovo, etc. These guys were nationwide. From 1960 to 1970, in June 1961, Mandela sent a letter to the South African newspapers warning the government that a campaign of sabotage would be launched unless the government agreed to call for a national constitutional convention. 6 months later, on 16 December 1961, Mandela led Umkhonto we Sizwe in launching its campaign. This section about Mandela is quite interesting. This part is for the people who say we are not like our parents. Look what Mandela was doing in his time. The first target sabotage was electrical substation. This was followed by many more acts of sabotage over a year and a half, including attacks on government posts, machines, power facilities, crop burning. At the Rivonia trial, the government accused Mandela and his peers of committing 193 acts of sabotage in total. A subset of South Africans still think Nelson Mandela was a terrorist. Something is a sellout, and people who think it's a sellout, why do you think so? I think that's the main question, isn't it? Why do you think he was a sellout? What would you have done if you were in the same shoes as Nelson Mandela? And please tell us by detail. Tell us the economic implication of whatever decision you would have made if you were in Mandela's shoes, because his decision was very difficult. Imagine he had to please everyone in the world at the same time, to please people who had the land, who seized the land, even though they seized it illegally, but he had to please them as well. He had to please the UK, Europe, America, make peace with everyone and make sure that black people actually get a piece of the pie. Imagine how difficult that was for this man. But anyways, if you have any ideas on how you could have changed the economy without, many ramifications, without many people getting unalived, that kind of thing, so tell us, maybe we could make better decisions in the future.